are listening to the Better Me podcast. Before we get into today's episode, wish you all a fantabulous day ahead. Today's episode is going to be about 7 essential elements of communication skills. In order to be socially happy and healthy, one must have a very good social routine. But what does it mean to be happy socially? Or what does it mean when we say social well-being? Social well-being is something that a person develops over time. Not everybody is good at convincing people or impressing people. As in time goes, we learn the essential skills through our experience. But is that the only way through which you can become a socially expert person in life? Not necessarily. There are a few communication skills that one can develop over time, and just by knowing what those are in this episode, you would be able to ace them like a pro. So, without much ado, let's get started with this episode. The 7 essential elements of a communication skill one must develop in order to make that impact or that impression that you want at the first go is listening. Strong observational skills to fully understand the message being conveyed. Only when you observe, only when you listen to what the other person has to say, you would be able to communicate properly. You would be able to reply to the point. So, listening is the first and foremost communication skill that one person has to develop in order to be effective in the communication. The next one is non-verbal communication. Just not verbally, but non-verbally, you have to be strong. But how do we do that? Body language like postures, gestures, and eye movement. These are the key non-verbal communications. When you convey something, your body language, your posture, your gesture, your eye movement all have to be in sync. Because when somebody sees you, or when you are in person trying to convince something or say something to somebody, the impact that they have about you, 50% of it is taken care by what you say, and the rest is through how you non-verbally communicate, how you react or respond, or how you showcase yourself, your body language. Even without you having to speak, it speaks for you. So, the non-verbal communication is the second step or the second skill that one has to develop to master the essential elements of basic communication. The third one is being clear. Choosing the right words to deliver a message that's easy to understand. Using sophisticated and complex words might make you think that you would sound like a geek or like a pro, but that isn't the fact. Whatever you say or whatever you have got to convey should be understandable by anybody who listens to it. It has to be simple and clear and to the point, precise. Only then they would be able to understand what exactly you have got to say, and a good rapport would develop. So try to be clear and simple. The next one is being concise. Using fewer, well-chosen words to convey your message is what means to being concise. Instead of exaggerating or instead of lengthy sentences, using just well-chosen words. It doesn't have to be always big or long to impress the other person. If it is simple and short and to the point, that's more than enough. Always remember that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. So, be concise and to the point the next time you try to impress or convey or build a rapport with somebody. The fifth essential element of communication is being confident. The right message with the appropriate non-verbal communication. Your confidence has to be just the right way when you try to speak. So, how do I look confident? It can be enhanced through your body language, sitting up straight, looking at the eye, having a smile, not faking anything, but it has to be genuine. And just the thought that you are confident will automatically make you feel that you are more confident. So, being confident is the next essential element. And the sixth one is being personable. A friendly tone and a simple smile can go a long way. Do not underestimate the power of a smile and a friendly tone. Because when you are really very friendly to the other person whom you're talking, it would create a different vibe which will make them feel at home. Or I could even say that they will be able to understand and get easily impressed by what you've got to say, even without you having to put much effort, just by being more friendly. And the last but not the least is being patient. Being composed and not rushing when conveying your message is the ultimate and the most important part of essential communication skills that one must possess. Being patient will help you to understand what the other person has got to say, and it will also help you to convey what is there in your mind without any kind of disturbance or distraction. And it also helps you to think clearly when you are patient. So, these are the 7 essential elements of communication skills that one must master to socially have a healthy life. Social well being is also a key part of one's life that one must not overlook. A really healthy human being is someone who is mentally, physically, and socially happy.